We're here on a sunny Friday afternoon outside of the Scotiabank Theater, which is above us, I guess. This is Jake and Jacob.
And I'm Jacob.
And we're about to see
Deadpool 2,
starring
Ryan Gosling,
and
Thanos,
and
the
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, it's the that guy, that
Yeah.
Canadian.
Right. All right, let's go see it. We just finished watching Deadpool 2. I actually thought it was great. It was like such. I mean, it's the tone is obviously exactly like the first one, but it's just like I feel like it's just more of that, but like with extra. You know what I mean? Extra feeling. They got like a bigger budget for it. They got like more characters, more shit going on. The only kind of caveat is with this movie, you need to be familiar with the first, and like so many of the jokes are all in jokes. So if you're not in, they'll all kind of go over your head. It's still a great, like, fun and funny movie, regardless if you know that stuff or not. And just like stylistically, like even if you take away the comedy, like I just think the action scenes are like, especially just how it opens, like so. I feel like it's very well done. It's a decent story. You know what I mean? It doesn't really have any dull moments, in my opinion. I don't know. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun with it, but I'll let you speak.
Yeah, I really like Deadpool 2. I think you pretty much covered it. Like this movie, if you know, like obviously you're going to this movie seeing the first one. I would think that would just make sense. Deadpool is a pop culture superpower almost on itself. Like superpower is healing, but it's mostly this pop culture fourth wall breaking. That's what people know him best.
That's his character.
What you've seen in the trailer, which is actually something I really liked with this movie, what you see in the trailer is actually just a little bit of salt, a little bit of spice to your food, because it doesn't actually give away all the best jokes. Kind of like the first one where it gave away, it understands it's going to mention Green Lantern and Batman and Marvel movies, so you get that. But there's so much more references and other, even just like homages or parodies of other movies that have nothing to do with superheroes that you see throughout the movie. So it's really good. They're really fast though. Some of them are obviously a bit longer. Some of them are really fast. So it gives you a second rewatch. But yeah, one of the bigger downsides of the movie is like you either get it or you don't. You're really familiar with like pop culture and certain films. So either things are going to really resonate with you and you're gonna laugh, or it's gonna fly over you. But Deadpool himself as a character does not rely on the references to be funny. The action is so over the top, so amazing. Every little subtle thing is a joke, from like the opening credits with like executive producer blah 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 we saw the first movie. Like everything is, you're almost in like this inside joke with Ryan Reynolds and the cast. Yeah, the trailer really, I have to say, they showed so many trailers, but the trailers, honestly, like, they didn't really give anything away, which is really nice. There's so much still needed to be presented, and there's some really interesting twists. And the other things I didn't really see coming too was they try to make Deadpool a little bit more human in the beginning, a little bit more emotional, give him a bit more of like a reason to be a part of it. Like why would he want to do really anything good?
He has actual downtime in the movie, which is just like constant like quipping jokes and stuff,
which isn't necessary. And this movie doesn't really feel like it suffers too much from like the sequel needs to be bigger. There are bigger things, but it still has like the kind of the first movie, like a kind of like small, very small still. It isn't about saving so much. It's really just about him saving this boy. There's a bigger story to a lot of things, so let me give it away, but Deadpool is just one of the most interesting movie characters and comic book characters right now. Like, my downs is really just maybe this movie can be a little bit too random, and maybe the references aren't going to be for everyone. The jokes might fly over someone's heads, but this is like easily the most fun you're going to have in the theater. When it came out the first time, and now the second one, it's just stupid fun.
It has the R rating, right? Which is kind of like what was a big deal with the first Deadpool movie. And I think it handles the R rating fine. Like, it's not like throwing it into your face like, oh, we're an R-rated movie, blah, blah, blah. Like, it is in some fun ways, but also just like feels natural. There is one bit of sadness to me though, and that's like one of the main characters is like this kid, and right away he's like, fuck off, oh, you want to fucking die? And he's like this little chunky like boy. And it's just, I don't know, it's just funny. But what did you think of all the other characters aside from Deadpool himself?
We get from the trailers, obviously there's a lot more characters, but the big focus one, the only one I really want to talk about is Domino. Domino is amazing. They really showed her powers of luck really well. She's a badass to the point that like she almost is more badass than like any other character. Like she
Even more than Cable.
Cable is really cool, but Cable is like the Arnold Schwarzenegger Stallone in this film. He comes in, he's got the gruff and he's got the one-liners, and he's got the big guy, the big arms. I mean, Deadpool just kind of pokes at that, but Domino, she comes in and she just stands there. She's like, I'm here for a reason, and blah blah blah, and she's so cool.
I won't spoil anything, but there is a certain character that shows up that I was surprised by, that I was very excited to see. And again, they obviously reference like the X-Men and stuff and all that. I don't know, not really much else to say. It's just like a really fun, funny movie. And even if you take away the comedy, like the action is really well done. It's like shot well. I don't know if they'll get a sequel. I don't know if it could, because of the character, I feel like you can only expand him so much. Final thoughts?
Very small, tiny minuses to this movie, but all the pluses are there. I hope they get a sequel so it can be a great trilogy. Maybe the sequel could be it making fun of the first two somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna give this movie I don't know what to give this movie. It's so good, but it's not the perfect movie. I'm probably gonna give it an 8.2.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5. And that was like what I thought halfway through the movie, and that's what I thought at the end. I think it doesn't need to be an amazing, like, you know, groundbreaking thing, but it's so much fun. You have so much fun with it from beginning to end. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to leave at any point to go to the bathroom because I just didn't want to miss like the next fun sequence. All right, this has been Jake and Jacob,
And I'm JaCob.
and we'll see you next time.
Boy. Ah, look at that. You made it to the end of the video.
Hey, now that you're here, you can click on one of our older videos.
We've done some reviews on this and that, and I particularly like this.
I like the one on the left, to be honest.
Oh, well, we always got that thing in the middle. It looks pretty cool. It's one of those subscribe buttons.
Anyways, thanks for making it to the end.
Bye-bye.